Hey, on the Marmy Rock Show, man, one of my favorite rockers to see anywhere I go. We've got Russ Dwarf of the Killer Doors with us on the show. Russ, welcome to the show.
Thanks for having me, man.
Hey, it was an absolute pleasure seeing you this weekend and catching up a little bit at Sleazy Slimy Sunday. Did I hear you guys mention that was kind of the end of a run for you guys?
It's possible. Maybe that weekend. I guess we're just starting really for the year, so. But yeah, we just had a little run of a few shows and stuff. Yeah, it was great to see you. I haven't seen you since when?
Oh my goodness!
Cruise?
Probably since the Monsters of Rock cruise. Yeah, it was a great time seeing you too. Now, hey, talk a little bit about the show. Did you guys have a good time there this weekend?
We had a fabulous time. Brad Lee, the promoter who puts that event on, is total pro. Totally knows what he's doing, and all the bands were great, and it was a great vibe. There's no negativity at all. It was a lot of fun. It looks like everybody had fun.
So my partner in crime, Ms. MARR, was in the front row for your set, and I was stepped away there. She said you came out in like some kind of a shipping crate. Can you tell people about that?
Yeah, that was sprung on me at the last minute. Well, I don't know if if you've seen all those videos on all the MTV and everything. Like we had a long time ago, we had videos that there was like 3 videos, and there was this the scenario of me in a crate, like keep the spirit alive, and we stand alone, and I'd fly around in a crate and everything. And a good friend of ours, a fan that's become a great friend of ours, they sprung this on me at the last minute and made a giant crate for me to come out in and everything. So that was me, yeah, like a jack in the box. Or a jerk in the box, I don't know.
So she enjoyed seeing that. You never know what you're going to get at a Killer Dwarf show. Now,
exactly. Well, we try to keep it positive, and it should be fun, right, and entertaining.
It absolutely always is. Now,
thank you, man.
I saw. I want to let you plug. You got your 3rd annual Killer Dwarfs golf tournament. Why don't you tell folks about that?
Yeah, it's been going great. It's getting better every year. I think it's August 25th this year, up in Whitby. And yeah, if anybody wants to come, just look up the Killer Dwarf page on the Facebook or wherever. If you guys can put a link to your thing, and we always have a bunch of great fans and friends come out, and we're going to play this year actually at the gig. So we usually just play and have a dinner and everything, but this year we're gonna actually play a bit. Not like, I don't know if it's going to be a full rock show or anything, but we're going to have some fun. We have an auction, and a lot of people donate great things, and usually Luke Carl comes up and MCs it, and it's just a fun day for a good cause.
So, man, I see you guys have a unplugged show coming up for the Pirate's birthday, and as you know,
yes, the Pirate, right? Yes, and it was his birthday on Sunday at the Sleazy Slimy. Was his actual birthday, but yeah, he had the Hard Rock Cafe in Toronto, and Dunk, my brother, he lives right downtown. I live up north. I'm a northern country kind of guy, and he likes the city. He lives right down there, but that's basically his office. He's like our founder at the Hard Rock, and they're closing down that Hard Rock in Toronto, and we thought we'd just do an acoustic show, and he's gonna play with his band Auto Man. He has a solo project that he does, and they're great. And we're just gonna have some fun on Sunday. Although it's supposed to snow here.
Oh my God!
It's May 7th, right? We're supposed to get in the arc today. I think we're supposed to get like 100 millimeters of rain. I don't know, convert that to American. But yeah, supposedly we're getting snow. It's just not. It's been the longest winter this year. It's been retarded. Oh, I can't say that. I mean, it's been insane. It's been just crazy.
Now, speaking of crazy, you know, I've seen you do your solo thing a couple times. When the Dwarfs do a solo gig, is the same? Any of the insanity from a normal Dwarf show go on, or are you guys just chilled out during an acoustic gig?
Well, it's just the same sense of humor and everything. You know what I mean? We say stupid things, and we haven't really done a lot of that with the Dwarfs. I think we did it once on the MARR cruise, and anything can happen. You know what we're like. You've seen us enough, and we don't really script a show to make some slick machine. We kind of just go with the flow and how we feel and everything. But we're probably going to have a couple of special guests singing with us and stuff, and and we'll just see how it goes. It's going to be an early show on a Sunday because we all got to get to church and stuff. Looking forward to it though, and I'm going to have to venture down into the big city of Toronto.
So, hey man, I was looking back at some stuff, and like on the 2000 release, Start at One, there's a tune Down in Hollywood, and I got to wondering, did you guys spend any significant time in that era of the LA Hollywood music scene, and is that what that tune's about?
We did. We spent a lot of time there. We started, we did 2 albums there. In Dirty Weapons was done there in '89. That took like 6 months to do that, and then we did Madness there. Dunk and I both ended up living there. He lived there for way longer than I did, but a good 5 or 6 years. We all lived down there and everything. Or we were on the road quite a bit then. So, and we had basically the most time we spent there was recording, and in those days, there was actual record deals, and you actually had money, that you could spend on records. We had Andy Johns did both those records, and that cost us a shitload of money, and it was like, never a dull moment. We had the greatest times of our lives doing those 2 records, and and the weather's perfect. What can't you can't, if you have money and you're in LA, that's awesome. If you have no money and you're in LA, not awesome. But the weather's great, and we did spend a lot of time down there. I can't remember. I have to listen to that song again. Actually, what did it take us 20 years to put that record out? We're very slow.
Yeah. So talking about the touring, and I noticed that at one point you guys had done a tour with Iron Maiden, and I recently was interviewing the guys from Wasted on like a 30-year reunion. They had some interesting stories about how tough it could be at times to open for Maiden because of their diehard fans. Do you have any great memories from that tour?
Yeah, absolutely. It's a tough band to open up for back in those days, and I don't know what it's like today, but we did the Seventh Son tour with them, and it was, but after, like when you open up for Maiden, everybody's there to see Maiden, obviously, and they'll run out of money and bottles to throw at you after like the first song. So then you're golden, right? But if you're in the UK, we were in the UK with them when we did a whole tour with them there, and they spit a lot and pee in bottles and throw them at you and stuff. So it's a tough crowd for sure, but you know what I mean? They're dedicated to that band. We always had a great time playing with Maiden, and they're still friends of ours to this day. They're the nicest guys you'd ever meet, like totally down-to-earth people, and those were some of the best times we've ever had with this band for sure. And what Harry wants, Harry gets.
Yeah, there had a little song, a message from Harry or something one time on one of his tunes. I remember that. Hey, looking back, and since you seem to have met everybody in the industry, and I'm fairly certain you did some tours with Ronnie James Dio, and I always love. He's been like one of my rock idols, and I always wondered if people met him and like any kind of memory of meeting him.
He's shorter than me, believe it or not. Just a nice, we're huge fans too, obviously, and he was a really nice person. You know what I mean? I didn't know him as much as I know some other people, but anytime we encountered him, he was just the most gracious guy, and we're total fans too. So, but he was a sweet guy, definitely to us always.
So I know people are going to want me to ask this. Are we going to see the Dwarfs releasing any new music anytime soon?
We actually have. We're just finishing up a live album. It's supposed to be coming out, hopefully, not 20 years later. But it's almost done. We're almost finished with it. And we have a bunch of new songs, but, do people want to hear new songs? We go over this, but we have a bunch of stuff that we've recorded. So you'll eventually probably hear some new stuff, I'm sure. There's a few things that we have already done, and at this point we just sit low, drive slow. We just want to play and go out and see everybody. You know what I mean? We have nothing to prove at this point. It's just fun, and but there is some new stuff. You'll hear something new, and it's kind of cool. I'm excited about it myself.
So I couldn't help but notice that you changed your profile pic to Elvis. What's the story there?
I love Elvis, man. He's my guy. Who doesn't love Elvis? I guess some people don't, but I love Elvis.
Nothing more. It's just that simple, huh? I thought maybe there's some giant message behind it. I guess I overread that.
Yeah, no big significance. Just love E. He's the king. Come on, man.
So a lot of where we've had our experiences with you have been on the Monsters of Rock cruise, and unfortunately we won't be on the 2018 one. But can you just reflect on that cruise a little bit for people maybe who haven't been on it and your experiences with it?
To me, it's a great thing. You know what it's like. It's like 2, 3, 4,000 people that are all into the same stuff, and it's a very positive vibe on the whole cruise. And you get to see tons of bands. There's not enough time to see everybody, and we all get to hang out for like 5 or 6 days together, and it's glorious. And it's done so well. You know how professional they are. It's like M3 on the seas. It's just very well done, and it's if you haven't been on it, definitely save up your doubloons and get the hell on that thing. It's a blast. Totally enjoy it. Larry Moran's one of the greatest cats, and he's so together, and you won't go wrong. You'll be satisfied if you go on there. You won't be disappointed. That's for sure.
Well, hey, man, I want to thank you for being on the show tonight, and I also want to thank you. You're like such an accessible guy to your fans, and you've always been so nice to us, and I just want to thank you for that on behalf of your fans and us.
Oh, you're most welcome, man. You know what we're like. You've met us a million times, and it's only rock and roll, man. There's no big mystery here. We don't have the cure to cancer. I wish we did, but we don't. We're just entertainers, and we have fun, and it's so great to see everybody. And thanks for being so nice to us and promoting us. We appreciate it.
Russ, man, thanks again for being on the show.
You're most welcome, brother.